following along with. And you also have LC State at Western. So a couple of games we'll be following along with as well. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Saints Game Day driven by Placer Motors continues. We'll tell you who the team leaders are for both teams. It's the Saints and the Skylights from the PE Center. Carroll College basketball on ESPN Radio.
Seeing you.
Jason Walker back in Helena as we get set for the Saints women taking on MSU Northern Skylights tonight. We talked a little bit about the three-point shooting prowess of senior Bailey Pasta for the Saints. Well, how about Peyton Filius for the Skylights? Number 4 in the country in total three-point field goals made at 61. She's made 6 more than Pasta has. Filius also ranks 9th in the nation in three-pointers made per game, 2.8. She is 12th in the nation in percentage, just under 44%. So Northern very good in the assist-to-turnover ratio, 11th in the country. They're 13th in total rebound defense. And tonight they will face the 4th-ranked scoring defense in the nation, the Carroll women, giving up 53.9, and that keeps dropping. Their ranking keeps rising, but the points per game given up keeps dropping. The Saints 7th in total rebound defense, 10th in total blocks. And you go down to that, that's because Hannah Dean is 14th in the nation with 34, and she ranks 16th in the country with 1.5 blocks per game. Dean leads, the junior from Gardner, leads the Saints in almost every statistical category. Points per game, 11.4. Rebounds, just under 8. 2.5 assists, 1.4 steals, and 1.5 blocks per game for the Saints. Filius leading the way for Northern, 12.7 points. Curl has 6.8 rebounds. Lamborn, 3.5 assists per game, and Sagapolo averages just over a half a block per contest. It should be a great one tonight here at the PE Center, as we mentioned. We'll keep an eye on that on the Rocky Providence game down in Billings. We'll also keep an eye on LC State and Western from down in Dillon, and it should be fun. The Saints in their home road purples with the gold shoulders, white numbers and letters, and gold trim. Northern wearing the home jersey, the whites, a lot of maroon, a lot of gold numbers and letters, and maroon trim around the sides as well. And a very good officiating crew on hand. We've seen some great officiating the last few games, both the men and the women's contests. And the slow arriving crowd here at the PE Center as the Saints students back in action. And the pep band is back as well.
Test one.
In fact, that's one of the officials right there. I'm on the air. Yeah, thanks. Had a great conversation with a couple of the officials before the game tonight, so it should be a lot of fun as they get set to go. We got three good teams on the floor: the officials, the Skylights, and the Saints. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Your starting lineups and tip-off next. It is the Saints and the Skylights from the PE Center. Frontier Conference Basketball. You're listening to Carroll College Basketball on 94.9 ESPN Radio and ESPNMontana.com. Frontier Conference Basketball tonight. Hi, everybody. I'm Jason Walker, and thanks to our friends listening along tonight here on ESPN Radio, also ESPNMontana.com, 92.5 KPQX in Havre, and also on the Carroll Athletics YouTube stream. Northern will start Brandy Lamborn, a 5'5 senior from Havre. Jess Curl, a 6'3 junior from Red Bluff, California, transferred to Butte College. Peyton Filius, 5'6 senior from Havre. Shiloh McCormick, 5'9 sophomore from Lodgegrass. And Kealani Sagapolo, a 5'11 senior from Plain City, Utah, transfer from Northwest College, for head coach Chris Mowat in his 13th year, assisted by Christy Pullen in her second season. For Carroll College, Bailey Pasta, 5'6 senior from Nampa, Idaho, coming off an 18-point performance with 4 3-pointers on Thursday night in a win over the University of Providence. Jaden Lyman, 5'3 freshman from Spokane, played very well against the Argos. Michaela Dowdy, 6'1 senior from Helena, Hannah Dean, 6'1" junior from Gardner, and Brittany Johnson, 5'7" junior rather, from Spokane for head coach Rochelle Sayers, assisted by Gary Turcotte, J.D. Solomon, and Joey O'Neill. Saints and the Skylights for the second time. Carroll will be back in Havre in a couple of weeks. This is the third of 4-game homestand for the Saints women and the men. Tech will be in town Wednesday, and then at Rocky next Friday night. Northern road trip continues. They'll be at Western next Thursday, and then out at LC State on Saturday night, a week from tonight. Saints going right to left, Northern going left to right. And it'll be Curl to tip it off against Hannah Dean. Ball's in the air, tip won by Dean into the hands of Lyman. Saints going right to left and Lyman into the front court. Leaves it up on top for Dowdy. Now Dean leaves it up on top for Lyman. Just underway here. Dowdy has it high post over the right wing for Brittany Johnson. Johnson dribbles to the left elbow and leaves it baseline. Dean, near side, air ball. Rebound tracked down by Lamborn. And Lamborn will push it into the front court with 9:30 to go here, first quarter in a scoreless ball game. Just underway in Helena. Lamborn, lots of dribbles. Now goes high post to Sagapolo, kicks it out for Filius. Fakes the three, drives, gets in trouble on the baseline, back out to Lamborn. 10 on the shot clock. Right side now McCormick, back over to Lamborn, dumps it down inside. Sagapolo misses. Good defense from Dowdy, and Dean clears out the rebound. Now it's Lyman into the front court. Free throw line, leaves it up on top for Dowdy, hands it right back to Lyman. Just to the right of the top of the circle. She'll pass to the far right wing for Brittany Johnson. She'll dribble 3 times. She'll fire a 3, and it's good. Brittany Johnson's shooting has improved over the last few games. In fact, going back to the first weekend in December, her shooting has gotten consistent. And the Saints have a 3-0 lead. And the ball knocked out of bounds by Dean, so it'll stay on the baseline with Northern. 8:34 to go, first quarter. Carroll up 3-0. The inbound up on top to Curl. She'll leave it out to Lamborn on the near wing in front of the Carroll bench to our right. She'll reverse her dribble as the Saints in his zone. She'll pass to Filius inside for Curl. In the lane, now Lamborn and now Filius. And her pass down low for McCormick, knocked out of bounds by Hannah Dean. Stays with Northern. 8 seconds on the shot clock. McCormick will trigger the inbound. Leaves it up on top near midcourt for Lamborn. 5 to shoot. She'll make a move in the lane and runs all over Jaden Lyman, and Lyman takes the charge. Foul on Lamborn, her first, team foul number 1. And the Saints get it back with 8:18 to play here in the first quarter. Carroll up 3-0 on the Bud Light scoreboard. Lyman, high post for Dowdy over to the right side for Dean. And she goes onto the wing for Johnson. Johnson penetrates to the free throw line, down to the left block, and passes back out on top to Pasta. Now Lyman has it again. Now Dowdy just above the free throw line, dribbles a couple times. Now Dean at the free throw line. She'll get around a screen, and she'll put it up left hand and in. And the women are up 5-0 from Carroll. 7:45 to go in the first quarter. Lamborn picks up her dribble way out and leaves it up on top for Filius. Back to Lamborn. Working against Dean. Dowdy comes to help. They've got her trapped in the corner. She dribbles out of it. And with 12 on the shot clock, Filius has it top of the circle. Left side McCormick out on the far wing. And back up on top Lamborn. Leaves it onto the block to Curl. Now Lamborn, 2 to shoot. Lamborn's not going to get the shot off. That's a shot clock violation. The shot went in, but it was after the shot clock expired. So good defense by the Carroll women, and they've taken Northern a little bit out of their offense here in the first 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Carroll up 5-0. Dowdy holds, now right elbow to Dean. She'll drive, leave it out for Lyman. She'll penetrate, stop from 14. It's good, and it's a 7-0 lead for Carroll women. Chris Mullen in his 13th year. You will not find a nicer coach on the opposition sideline than Chris Mowat. Love having pregame conversations with him. He's open, he's honest, and it's very fair. And McCormick's pass down low to Curl, knocked away and out of bounds by Dowdy. Stays with Northern with 11 on the shot clock. 6:39 to play first quarter. Carroll College up 7-0. McCormick again will trigger inbound baseline, and her pass stolen away by Pasta. Pasta steals it at the top of the key, and she'll dribble into the Saints front court. Leave it out on the far wing for Lyman. She'll dribble free throw line. And back out to Pasta. Now up on top, it's Hannah Dean. 6.5 to go, first quarter. Lyman has it now on the right wing. Left-handed dribble across the lane. Pasta three ball from the near wing is in and out. Rebounded by McCormick. This is the first time I've seen McCormick in person. Looking forward to it since her high school days at St. Lebray. Fantastic athlete. Sagapolo has it, high post. Now out to Filius. A three ball is good. Well, we talked about Peyton Filius has 61 threes coming into the ball game and now has 62, and it's 7-3. Skylights on the board for the first time tonight. Lyman has it up on top. Free throw line for Dean. Dean skips it out to the near wing for Johnson. Back to Lyman. Lyman will clear everybody out, dribble out to the far right side, and now up on top Johnson. Finds Pasta in the near corner. A three. Not off the mark. Rebound on the weak side, though, Hannah Dean. New shot clock for the Saints. Great ball fake by Lyman, who skips and hops in the lane, and she has 4. That was as pretty of a move as you will see. Jaden Lyman makes it 9-3. 5:15 to play here in the first quarter. Filius. Baseline to McCormick. Dumps it down to Sagapolo. Blocked by Dean. Got it back, put it up and in. Sagapolo very strong there. Puts it up in 9-5. Saints in the lead. Just under 5 minutes to play here in the opening quarter from Helena. Pasta up on top to Lyman. Quick ball movement. Johnson, the corner three. Brittany's 2 for 2 tonight. And the Saints have a 12-5 lead. 4:45 to go in the first. So Carroll picking up where they left off on Thursday with the good shooting from beyond the arc. Filius, high post to McCormick. Leaves it out down the wing to Lamborn. Down inside Sagapolo. Tried to go across the lane to McCormick, and Lyman reaches in and steals it away. She'll dribble down to the near wing. Brittany Johnson has it. Back out Lyman. And she stepped on the sideline. Turns it over. And we get a timeout on the floor. 4:17 to play first quarter in Helena on the Bud Light scoreboard. 13th ranked Saints 12, the Skylights 5. Back in a minute. This is Carroll College basketball on ESPN Radio. Carroll College leading MSU Northern 12-5. 4:17 to go here in the opening quarter. Got a girls basketball final. Helena High girls 57-20 winners over Missoula Hellgate in the Garden City tonight.
Dribble, set it, Brandy, dribble, 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 dribble.
Filius, far left wing, drives baseline, gets around Dean, blocked from behind by Dean, good recovery. Right into the hands though of Jessica Curl, and she makes it 12-7. So the Saints led by as much as 7, lead down to 5 now. 3:45 remaining here in the opening quarter. Dean on the near wing. Dribbles into the lane. Kicks it out to Lyman, far right side. Couple of dribbles. Dumps it down inside to Taylor Salonen, who's double teamed. Salonen, the sophomore out of Glacier, checked in during the timeout. 5 on the shot clock. Dean puts it on the deck. Spins in the lane. Nice step through. Misses everything. And a shot clock violation. So good defense there by the Skylights. Forced the turnover. The Helena High boys lost to Hellgate today, 63-37. Curl has it up on top. Her pass to Lamborn, stolen away by Lyman. Lyman with the layup at the other end, fouled, but she'll shoot 2. Lamborn's going to get called for the foul. That'll be her first, team foul number 2. And that'll put Jaden Lyman at the free throw line. Lyman averaging 4 points per game, 71% from the free throw line, hits the first. Naomi Terry, a 5'5 freshman from Havre, in for the Skylights. And Tiara Gilman, a 5'10 freshman from Browning, transfer from UM Western, is in for Northern. Lyman's second free throw is also good. So it's 14-7 Carroll. 3:05 to go. Lyman with 6 points already here in the ball game. Almost came up with another steal. Terry up on top over the left side. Filius dumps it down inside to Gilliam. Out to McCormick for 3 off the iron. No good. Rebound. A foul on the rebound. That's going to go on Lyman. Christine Denny, a 5'9 freshman from Fairfield, Washington, in for the first time. And Danny Wagner, the redshirt sophomore from Havre, checks in for the Saints. Wagner's played so well this season as Terry's pass to Filius goes off of Filius out of bounds. And it'll be Carroll basketball. 2:43 to go in the quarter, leading 14-7. Northern 3 for 6 from the field. Carroll's 5 out of 9. They've hit a couple of threes, both by Brittany Johnson. 7 turnovers for the Skylights. That's led to 6 points for the Saints. Pasta dribbles right side and leaves it up on top for Christine Denny. Now Dean, high post. She'll fire from 17. Couple of bounces, no good. And she was standing on a baseline out of bounds, so it'll be Northern basketball. .2:15 to go here in the first quarter. 14-7, Carroll College leading Northern. McCormick near wing to Terry in the corner. Terry left-handed pass into the free throw line is stolen away by Bailey Pasta. Pasta, far right wing, Denny. Denny, the drive, misses from the baseline. Somehow got the offensive rebound back, lobs it out to Dean, and now Pasta will reset. Gets it back to Dean, just to the right of the top of the key. Now past the free throw line. She'll drive. The layup is off the glass and in. And the Saints lead by 9, 16-7. Nice drive. Great offensive rebound by Denny. Led to the drive by Pasta. Now Filius to Terry. Back over left side, Filius. Tries to go baseline and way over the head of Gilliam, and it goes out of bounds. 9th turnover on Northern as Dowdy returns for the Saints. Una Harrington back in, a 5'11 sophomore from Spokane. And Michaela Olson in, a 5'8 junior from Lewistown for the Saints. With 80 seconds to go, leading 16-7 here in the first quarter. Denny dribbles down to the right wing. Reverses. Looks to the post for Dowdy, gives it to her. Dowdy backs down, puts it up left hand in the lane, no good. And then Dowdy's called for the foul on the rebound. That'll be her first, second team foul. So Northern basketball trailing 16-7. 65 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Filius. Down low for Sagapolo, who got it wrapped around to Gilliam, who draws the foul. And Wagner picks up the foul, her first, team foul number 3. Gillum at the free throw line. First one is up and good. She is a perfect 3 for 3 on the season. 16-8 Carroll. Second one also good. So Gillum, 1,000 on the year. 4 for 4, and it's 16-9, just under a minute to play now. Here in the first quarter, Dowdy, left elbow, goes over the right side for Una Harrington. Harrington leaves it for Olsen, left side. Olsen will penetrate around Filius, get it to the hole. She'll put it up and in. 18-9. Michaela Olsen answers back. 32 seconds to go here in the quarter. About a 7-second differential to the shot clock to the game clock. McCormick, a far corner three is off the mark. Filius with the weak side rebound. So now Northern can hold for the final shot. High post, Sagapolo. Back up on top to Filius. Knocked away by Denny with 13 seconds to play. Filius dribbles all the way from the left side down to the right side. Now up on top, Terry. Back out, Filius, a three ball off the front iron. Sagapolo with the rebound. And it's stripped away from behind by Denny. And Denny picks up her first, fourth team foul with 1.6 to play in the quarter.
Taylor.
McCormick will inbound far sideline in front of the Carroll student body. Having trouble getting it in, finally does to Terry. Terry gets it off, but not in time. And at the end of the first quarter in Helena, it's the 13th ranked Saints leading the Skylights, 18-9 on the Bud Light scoreboard. Be back in 1 minute. This is Carroll College basketball on ESPN Radio.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to buy a t-shirt, anybody in this crowd love a t-shirt from Rivals Athletics? Because our cheerleaders are giving them out for you right now. And they're going to toss them as the loudest, rowdiest Saints man in the club.
Getting ready to start the second quarter here in Helena, and Carroll's zone has caused a lot of problems for Northern. Northern with 9 first-half turnovers, or first quarter turnovers. That led to 8 Carroll College points, and the Saints, after one quarter of play, lead 18-9. Northern basketball, Terry McCormick, Gillum, Sagapolo, and Filius on the floor for the Skylights. And it's Filius driving strong to the rack against Michaela Olsen. And it's 18-11 now. Dowdy out there with Denny, Harrington, Wagner, and Olsen. And Harrington misses, a long two. Rebound by Sagapolo. Right side, Filius. She'll drive baseline. Lost the dribble. Picked up in the lane by Sagapolo, who misses. And a foul on the rebound on Michaela Olsen. Her first Saints team foul of the second quarter. Carroll shot 7 out of 14 in that first quarter. Northern 3 out of 8. Saints lead 18-11. Filius, top of the key, high post to Gillum. Nice crossover, and she'll go back to the line and shoot two. Draws the foul on Una Harrington, her first, second team foul. So Gillum 4 for 4 on the year from the free throw line now. Hits again. Second one on the way, also good. So She hits them both, and the Skylights, with the first 4 points of the quarter, trail now 18-13. Olsen out on the wing. Hand off Wagner. She'll dribble to the right elbow and leave it up on top for Una Harrington. Back out Wagner. Just under 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Olsen near wing to our left in front of the Northern bench. She'll penetrate, get in trouble, dump it off into the block to Harrington, who's blocked out of bounds by Sagapolo. 4 on the shot clock. Hannah Dean returns for the Saints. Brandy Lamborn back in. For the Skylights. 8:46 to go. 4 seconds to play on the shoot on the shot clock. Wagner will trigger inbound baseline to the left under her basket. Lobs it up on top for Dean. Dean will fire a long 2, and it's good. Well, Hannah Dean has struggled from outside all season, and that's a good sign for the Saints as she's hitting from deep. 20-13, Carroll on the Bud Light scoreboard. 8.5 to play in the first half. Gillum, nice ball fake in the lane and puts it up and in from 10. And it's 20-15. Wagner, far wing, fakes the shot. She'll drive in the lane and is called for the offensive foul. Got a little out of trouble in the lane, now out of control. And McCormick takes the charge. So Wagner's second. And we're going to get a line change for the Saints as Brittany Johnson, Jaden Lyman, and Taylor Salonen all back in for Rochelle Sayers. 8:16 to go in the quarter. Northern down 5. They trailed by as much as 9. Lamborn, top of the key. Leaves it for Filius. Tries to go high post, Sagapolo. Kick back out, Filius. Good ball movement. Lamborn 3, no good. And Lyman with the rebound on the weak side with 8 to play in the half. Lyman quickly down the floor. Leaves it up on top, Salonen. Ball fakes left, drives right, dishes it across the lane to Hannah Dean, who misses. Sagapolo got tangled up with Dean down low. And a timeout taken by Chris Mowat with 7:45 to go. We're going to get a timeout on the floor. So 7:45 to play first quarter. Saints 20, Skylights 15 on the Bud Light scoreboard. Back in a minute. This is Carroll College basketball on ESPN Radio. .45 to go first half. Carroll College leading MSU Northern 20-15. Northern 5 out of 11 from the field. Carroll 6 out of 17. Check that, 8 out of 17. And it's Skylight basketball. Lamborn. Peyton Curran, 5'9" freshman from Columbia Falls. Filius has it. Over to left side, Lamborn. Back up on top, Filius. Back to the left side of Lamborn. Fakes the 3. Northern starting to settle in well against this zone as Gillum got away with a travel, no call. Rebound by Hannah Dean as she's fouled by Gillum. That'll be her first team foul of the quarter. 7:24 to go in the half. Saints up 20-15. Carroll basketball, and it's Brittany Johnson. Has a couple of threes in this game. Hands it off to Pasta, back up on top to Johnson. Comes left side to Dean. Dean leaves it off for Salonen, and now into the far corner it's Johnson. Salonen gets it back, posting up, puts it up left-handed in the lane and good. 22-15. Saints, 6:55 to go first half. Filius. Right side, Lamborn. Skips it over to the left side for Filius, and she throws it out of bounds. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Carroll College basketball on ESPN Radio. (22-15) Carroll College in the lead with the basketball, and Salonen with it up on top. Over to the right side, Lyman. Lyman free throw line from the 15-foot mark, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Gillum. I thought it might have been off Dean. In fact, that's what Chris Moat is arguing about. 6:18 to go. Saints with the basketball. Lyman takes the inbound. She'll fire from 12 and she'll hit. Lyman now has 8. The lead back to 9. It's 24-15. Filius, top of the circle. Leaves it off for Lamborn, left side of the floor. Back up on top, Filius fakes the 3. Back to Lamborn. Tried to fire the pass down low to Kerr, and it's knocked away and stolen away by Hannah Dean. Now Johnson into the front court, all the way down to the block, up on top to Dean, over the right side, Jaden Lyman. Lyman, now Johnson, back to Lyman. She'll pass right side to Salonen. Back to Dean, she'll fire from 16, a little strong. Rebounded by Sagapolo. And now Lamborn with 5.5 to go in the first. Tripped up, falls down, gets it off to Filius. Looks like she tripped on her own feet. Lamborn gets it back near side. To penetrate in the lane, nice jump stop. Dumped off to Gillum, who missed everything. Rebound by Salonen. Quickly out to Lyman. Lyman's got a 1-on-3. She'll take it to the rack. She'll put it up. She had 10, and the Saints have their largest lead now. 26-15. Jaden Lyman into double figures already with 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Lamborn out to Filius, left side. Looks to penetrate, stopped, throws it right back into the hands of Lyman. Lyman has passed it to her left. She dishes it off, passed it with the layup. Great ball movement by the Saints, up by 13. And great awareness by Jaden Lyman to dump it off, and Chris Moat burns his second timeout of the quarter. 4:37 to go in the first half. 32nd timeout taken. Saints up 28-15 on the Bud Light scoreboard. Down in Dillon, 5:30 to go in the half. And Western ranked 24th, leading LC State 33-22. Sierra Lamy with 8 in that one. Brittany Tackett has 6 to lead the way for LC State. Jaden Lyman has 10 here to lead the Saints women. Hannah Dean 4 rebounds. Tiara Gillum has 6 points, 4 of them from the free throw line to pace Northern. Filius with a couple of rebounds. Northern with 12 turnovers that has led to 12 Carroll points. The Saints with a 28-15 lead. McCormick back in for the Skylights. Gets it into Lamborn. Quickly to the left side to Filius. Fakes the 3, drives, and then a silly foul by the senior Pasta. So Filius will go to the line to shoot a couple. 12.7 points per game. Shooting 80% on the year. From the free throw line, hits the first as Curl returns. 4:30 to go. Sagapolo out. Filius has a second and knocks them both down. 28-17 Carroll, 4.5 to go in the first half. Lyman with a left-hand dribble, passes to the left side to the elbow to Dowdy. Up on top, Pasta. Pasta with 4 points in the ball game. Now Dean, right side, Brittany Johnson. Johnson thought about a step back 3, penetrates, gets it off to Dowdy, who's double teamed, puts it up, misses, rebound by Gillum. 4:05 to go in the half. Carroll up 28-17. Northern's cut it to 5 a couple of times here in the half. They trailed by as much as 13. Lamborn working against Pasta, 10 on the shot clock. Dribbles it off of her foot. Dean dives for it, gets it to Lamborn, who then throws it out of bounds. Good hustle by the Saints. Pasta forced an errant dribble off Lamborn's legs, and then Dean diving, saving it. And it's the 13th turnover for Northern. 3:38 to go in the half. Carroll up 28-17. Now Dean, the drive, no good. And Gillum with another rebound. 3:24 left in the half. Carroll College leading 28-17. Lamborn. Fafilius, top of the key, out to Lamborn on the wing. Down on the baseline now, McCormick. Stopped there. Filius gets it back up on top. Blocked by Dean in the lane. The long rebound comes out. Lamborn has it on the wing. 2 to shoot in the lane. She hangs and she hits. Nice drive by Brandy Lamborn. Makes it 28-19. Now Brittany Johnson for the Saints. Leaves it up on top to Bailey Pasta. Now Dowdy dribbles to the left elbow, and now Dean on the near wing. She'll penetrate in the lane. Kick it out. Johnson, another 3 on the way. This one's in and out. Dowdy with the offensive rebound. Double teamed. Skips through. Leaves it out up on top for Lyman. Lyman needs help. Picked up her dribble. Gets it from Hannah Dean. Now right side Lyman. She'll try a 3. Little strong. Rebound. Tipped loose. And Lamborn comes down with it after McCormick hit the deck. Lamborn down to the far wing. She'll reverse and dribble up on top. 2:12 to go in the half. And a hand check on Lyman. That'll be her second, and that's the 15th foul already on the Saints. Carroll's been whistled for 9 in the ball game. Northern just 3. And that will put Lamborn at the line. 78% free throw shooter. Northern as a team, just a hair under 74%. They knock them down when they get there, and Lamborn hits the first. Wagner, Salonen, and Denny back in for the Saints. And Sagapolo back in for Northern, replacing Gillum, who gets a breather after a great stand that she had when she was in there. 28-21 after both free throws. 2:07 to go. Saints up by 7 here in the first half. Wagner out on the far wing. Now to Salonen. Dumps it off onto the block to Dowdy, who's blocked but fouled by Curl, and Dowdy will shoot 2. So that's Curl's first, second team foul of the quarter, and Dowdy at the line. 63% on the year, 63 out of 100. That's easy to do that statistical category. And she knocks down the first, so she's now 64 out of a 101. And that's over 63%. And she hits them both. 30-21. Northern's 8 for 8 from the free throw line. The Saints are 4 for 4. 1:50 to go in the half. Carroll up 30-21 on the Bud Light scoreboard. Lamborn, Sagapolo, kick out. Filius left open for 3, and it's good. Second triple for Filius. She now has 10, and it's 30-24 Saints. 90 seconds to go in the half. Salonen has it up on top over to the right side for Pasta. She'll dribble one, step into a 3, and she answers right back. 33-24. Pasta now with 7, her first triple of the night. Lamborn gets a screen up on top, dribbles down to the right side. 70 seconds to go. Lobs it down low to Curl, who lost it out of bounds. Got position over Dowdy. And the 14th turnover for Northern. Curl out, Gillum back in. Down in Dillon, Western leading LC State. 2:08 to go in the half, 34-29. Try to get you a Rocky Providence score as well. Saints basketball leading by 9, 33-24. 55 seconds to play in the half. Wagner, left side up on the top with a dribble. Passes over the right side now for Denny. Back top of the circle, Dowdy. Pasta, right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Passed out to Salonen. She'll fire a 3. Banked it in from the top of the key. Saints by a dozen now, 36-24. Lamborn, left side for McCormick. Gets it to Filius in the far corner. She'll drive baseline and stopped on the baseline by Wagner, and a blocking foul is going to be called on the sophomore from Havre, and that's Wagner's third foul already. And Filius back at the free throw line. Northern, 7 out of 16 from the field. That's 44%. 2 out of 6 from 3. 8 for 8 from the free throw line. And Filius hits the first as Michaela Olsen back in for the Saints. Carroll, 14 out of 29 from the field. 48.3%. 4 out of 8 from 3. 4 for 4 from the line. Northern 14-11 advantage in rebounds. And Filius hits them both. 36-26. Saints can hold for the final shot. 15 seconds to play. Denny gets it to Salonen. Back up on top, Denny, 10 to go. Denny dribbles down on the near wing, leaves it up on top, Pasta. Pasta wants Salonen to set a screen. She does. Pasta will drive the right side, no good. Rebound tipped down, and Sagapolo comes down with it, loses her headband. But a much different second quarter from Northern. Played even with the Saints for the most part. And at the end of one half of play in Helena, on the Bud Light scoreboard, it's the Saints 36, the Skylights 26. We're back in a few minutes with a halftime show. This is Carroll College basketball on ESPN Radio. Halftime in Helena, and 13th ranked Carroll leading MSU Northern 36-26. Northern played even for the most part, just 18-17 advantage for Carroll in the second quarter, but the Saints led by 9 at the end of one, 18-9. And that is where we stand with a 10-point lead. Thanks to our friends in Havre for tuning in tonight on 92.5 KPQX and also on the Carroll YouTube stream as well. And, of course, ESPN Radio and ESPNMontana.com. At the half in Dillon, 24th-ranked Western leading LC State 36-32. As LC went on a big run there to close the final few minutes. And at halftime in Billings, 15th-ranked Rocky leading number 19 Providence 36-24. So Rocky and Carroll tied atop the Frontier at 8-3 and looking to remain that way if they can both hold on for the final 20 minutes of play here in their respective ball games. Northern struggled against the Saints zone in that first half. 14 turnovers, which led to 15 Saints points. And Carroll held onto the ball very well, just 5 turnovers that led to just 2 points for the Skylights. Northern, 7 out of 16 from the field, shot the ball well, 43.8%, 2 for 6 from 3, both of those from Peyton Filius, and a perfect 10 for 10 from the free throw line. 12 points for Filius to lead the way, who also has a couple of rebounds and 3 turnovers. 4 points for Brandy Lamborn, and 2 points apiece for Curl Sagapolo, and 6 points for Tiara Gilman off the bench. She also pulled down 4 rebounds, went 4 for 4 from the free throw line. 15 rebounds, 4 of them on the offensive end for the Skylights. That led to just 2 second chance points. 2 assists, 14 turnovers, a block, and a steal for the Skylights. We'll take a break. We'll come back and we'll give you Carroll's first half stats and more. We'll break it down when we return. Saints lead 36-26 on the Bud Light scoreboard at the half. Back with more in a moment. This is Carroll College basketball on ESPN Radio.
After one quarter, Rocky Mountain College women leading University of Providence 22-13.
halftime in Helena. Saints leading the Skylights 36-26. We mentioned in the earlier segment that 14 Northern turnovers led to 15 Carroll points because that led to a lot of shots for the Saints. Northern was 7 out of 16. Carroll 14 of 30 in the first half. That's 46.7%. 4 of 8 from beyond the arc. Brittany Johnson 2 for 3. And the Saints 4 for 4 from the free throw line. 10 points for Jaden Lyman, 2 assists and 3 steals to lead the Saints. 4 points, 4 rebounds for Hannah Dean, a couple of steals and a block. 2 points for Michaela Dowdy. 7 points for Bailey Pasta and a couple of steals and an assist. 6 points for Brittany Johnson. 5 points for Taylor Salonen and 2 for Michaela Olsen. Saints with 7 assists, 5 turnovers, 2 blocks, and 7 steals. Carroll's led by as much as 13. Northern has not led in this game. Carroll jumped out to a 7-0 lead. Northern got its first points 4 minutes into the first quarter. And they've cut it to 5 a couple of times here in the second quarter, but they trailed by 10 at the break here in Helena. We mentioned Western leading LC State at the half, 36-32. Rocky leading Providence 36-24 at the half. And we'll try to get some other scores from the high school passed along. We know Helena High boys and girls both won. Waiting for Capital scores to start trickling in. And of course, good luck to all of those who qualified at the State AA, the State A, and the State B and C divisional seeding tournaments yesterday and today. Of course, the Havre wrestling squad may be the best in the state. What a dynasty that they have with Coach Villius up there. But yeah, good luck to those. State tournament next weekend, the all-class state wrestling tournament next week in Billings. We'll take a final break. We'll come back and get you set for the second half. The Saints lead the Skylights 36-26 on the Bud Light scoreboard. Second half just around the corner here on ESPN Radio. Getting set to start the second half here in Helena. And 13th ranked Carroll leading Northern 36-26. Havre wrestling team took second at the Eastern A Wrestling seeding tournament. Fell to Sydney by 84 points. So the Blue Ponies take second at the Eastern A. A couple of divisional champs, congratulations. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys took second. You had a third and a fourth. So Havre with a great chance to win, I believe it was the 6th straight state wrestling title. Try to get some other scores passed along to you as we roll on through the evening. It'll be Saints basketball. Brittany Johnson, Bailey Pasta, Hannah Dean, Michaela Dowdy, Jaden Lyman on the floor for the Saints. Moving left to right now, working against Phileas, McCormick, Gillum starting the second half. Lamborn and Sagapolo. Johnson, far wing, up onto the high post for Dean. She'll drive down the right side of the lane. She'll put it up and in. 38-26, so Hannah Dean right away putting the Saints up a dozen. Saints will probably try to establish a little bit more of that inside presence here in the second half. After Dean and Dowdy combined for 6 points in the first half, just 4 of those in the paint. The entry pass inside to Gillum. We're going to have a loose ball on the baseline. It'll be a jump ball. Stays with Northern. 10 on the shot clock. McCormick inbounding. Free throw line to Gillum. One dribble, passes across the lane to Sagapolo, who tries to drive all the way across the left side of the lane. Had it blocked away, but right in the hands of Gillum, who puts it up and in. 38-28. Gillum now with 8. Lyman drives, leaves it high post. Dowdy back out. Lyman in the near corner. Back to Dowdy on the block. She'll turn. She'll put it up a little strong. And Sagapolo with the rebound. 8:51 to go. Third quarter. 38-28 Carroll. Lamborn comes near side. Phileas on the pass. Phileas a ball fake. Now one dribble and picks it up. Is it over to the right side to Lamborn? Lamborn to McCormick. Far corner. To Sagapolo on the baseline, knocked out of bounds by Dean, stays with the Saints, or with the Skylights rather, with 7 on the shot clock. McCormick inbound, stolen away by Dean on the far sideline. Leaves it for Lyman. Lyman, she's so fast down the lane, stopped, kicks it out. Now Pasta has it, right back to Dean. Dean hit a long 2 in the first half, goes high post Dowdy. Now Johnson on the near wing. Leaves it up for Dowdy on the right elbow. She'll dribble to the left elbow and leave it for Lyman. Lyman in the lane. Wraps the pass. Johnson corner 3. Short. Rebound off the side of the iron by Sagapolo. Her 6th rebound. Lamborn working against Lyman. Leaves it on the wing. Phileas. She'll drive down to the baseline. Get double teamed. Kick it out to Gillum. Her pass. Swatted away by Pasta, but right into the hands of Lamborn. 9 on the shot clock. Gillum, free throw line. Baseline, McCormick. The pump fake puts it up and in. 38-30. Saints by 8. 7:30 to go in the third. Johnson made her first 2 threes. Has gone 0 for 2 since. Now Dean has it. She'll stop from 14. The line drive is good. Dean with 4 in the quarter. And the Saints are up 40-30. And we have a timeout on the floor. 7:18 to go in the third. And on the Bud Light scoreboard, Saints by 10, 40-30 over Northern. Back in a minute. This is Carroll College basketball on ESPN Radio. 40-30. Carroll College leading MSU Northern. 7:18 to go, third quarter. Skylights basketball. Lamborn crosses midcourt, the big C Halo logo at midcourt. Lamborn, nice backdoor cut, stopped on the baseline, and a foul on the floor. Gillum, or Sagapolo rather, found Lamborn backdoor. Dowdy picks up the foul, her second, first team foul. McCormick inbounding, baseline, leaves it up on top, and Lamborn tracks it down in the backcourt. That was almost a backcourt violation. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the third. Saints by 10. Left elbow, it's Gillum. Up on top, Sagapolo. Comes to the left side for Filius. Filius gets around past the stripped away by Johnson, and they call it jump ball. That'll be Carroll basketball. So the Saints force the 16th turnover here in the ball game. 6:44 to go. 40-30 Carroll. Dean has it. Comes to the right elbow to Dowdy. Dowdy not even looking to shoot. She's left open. Lyman at the free throw line. Back out to Pasta. Lobs it down to Dean. Dean fronts up. She'll turn and fire from 15. No good. Dowdy with the weak side rebound. Double teamed. And they're going to call a jump ball. And it'll be Northern basketball now. Rochelle Sayers arguing for a foul on her post player from Capitol High. Didn't get it. 6:18 left in the third. Saints by 10. That ball bounced off McCormick's chin right back to Lamborn. Now Filius out on the far wing. Stops up on top, double team. Gets it to McCormick. Lobs it over to Lamborn on the right wing. She'll drive baseline. Get it to Sagapolo. Kick out. Filius fakes the three. She'll fire from 13. No good. Gillum with the rebound. Handoff to McCormick, who puts it up from 7 feet and good. And a timeout taken by Chris Mowat with 5:51 to go in the third. Skylights within 8 now, 40-32. Third quarter in Dillon. Western leading LC State 38-36. I think LC, if I recall, is now on a 9-2 run since the second quarter to pull to within 2. And they're going to extend this to a full timeout, so we'll go ahead and take it with them. 5:51 to play in the third. We'll actually just stay here. I'm sorry, Kenny. 40-32, Carroll in the lead. Saints, 45.7% from the field, 16 out of 35. Northern an even 50%, 10 out of 20. Northern 3 for 4 in the second half so far. Carroll 2 out of 5. Saints with 4 threes in the ball game. Northern has a couple. Carroll's forced 16 turnovers, which has led to 15 points. But they're being out-rebounded 18-12. But Carroll have those 12 rebounds, 7 of them are offensively. Bench scoring in favor of Northern, 8-7. Points in the paint in favor of Carroll, 16-14. And second chance points in favor of the Saints right now, 8-4. Northern has 4 second chance points off of 5 rebounds. And the Saints with 8 off of their 7. It's Carroll basketball. 40-32, they lead. Northern down to 1 timeout. Possession arrow favors the Saints. We've had a couple of jump balls here in the third quarter. Lyman over the left side for Johnson. Ball fake, now passes up on top to Hannah Dean. Dumps it off to the block to Dowdy, knocked away from behind. Dowdy gets it back out to Lyman. And now Dowdy back to Lyman. Lyman will drive. She'll put it up. She'll hang. She'll miss it. Didn't have a great angle. Rebounded by McCormick. So the Skylights can pull it within 6 here, or 5. Or 4 if you hit a 3 in your foul to make the free throw. Filius comes left side, McCormick. McCormick, a record setter at St. Lebray, also a great rodeo athlete. And Lamborn's partially blocked into the hands of Lyman. Now out past a transition 3, in and out. McCormick with another rebound. We're under 5 to play in the third. Carroll up 40-32. Saints have been held to 4 points this quarter. Northern scored 6. Filius comes left side, Lamborn, baseline to McCormick, back out, Filius up on top for 3. It's off the side of the iron, no good. Rebound tracked down by Brittany Johnson, and then stolen away by Sagapolo, who takes it up and in, and Northern's within 6. It's 40-34. Lyman to Dowdy. Now to the wing, Johnson. 4:15 left. Johnson dribbles all the way from the left to the right, or right to the left. Lost her dribble. Lyman there to pick it up with 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Lyman will just fire from 15, and it's good. And Lyman now has a dozen. And it's 42-34 Carroll. That ties a career high for Jaden Lyman. She had 12 against Northwest Washington back on November 9th. McCormick over to the right side, Filius. Up on top, dumps it off to Gillum down low. She's fouled and she'll shoot 2. So Saints late on the rotation on defense, and Dowdy picks up her second team foul. Carroll's been whistled for a dozen fouls, Northern 4. And Gillum at the line, she's 4 for 4 today. Perfect on the year, and stays that way. Christine Denny, Taylor Salonen in for the Saints. Dowdy and Brittany Johnson out. And Tiara Gillum is up and misses for the first time this year. Pasta with a rebound up the far sideline. Hand off Christine Denny. Now Lyman. So both freshmen, point guards on the floor. You got 3 point guards on the floor right now for the Saints. Pasta, Lyman, Denny. Out there with Salonen and Dean. Dean with the spin in the lane, partially blocked. Taylor Salonen there to pick it up and put it up and in. 44-35 Saints. That is good court awareness there by Taylor Salonen. She now has 7 as Lamborn dribbles out of the right side. Now Filius up on top. She'll drive. Gets double team. Lobs it back out. Lamborn tries to fire it down low, and Hannah Dean comes away with the steal. Outlet quick to Lyman. Lyman quickly into the front court. Fires from 12. It's a little short. Rebound tipped around. Salonen comes down with it. And Pasta gets it to Lyman to reset with 2:40 to go in the quarter. Saints up 9, 44-35. Dean turns, jump hook in the lane. Too strong. And McCormick with another rebound here in the quarter. Just 4 boards in the ball game, 3 of them in the third. 2:22 to go in the third. Saints up 44-35. McCormick, far corner. Penetration, kick out, and she's going to get called for the charge as she runs into Hannah Dean. Passed out to Filius, and Dean takes the charge. McCormick foul, her first team foul. Michaela Olsen in for the Saints. Jessica Curl in for the Skylights. 2:16 to go. 18 turnovers now for Northern. See if the Saints can capitalize on this possession. Dean has it. Up on top. She'll dribble down to the left elbow. And Sagapolo just runs over Jaden Lyman, who was setting a screen.
That's just falling down. They're just falling down. They're stopping. Make her take contact. Don't guess. Don't guess.
Lyman takes the inbound. She'll dribble. She'll put it up and draw a foul. And that'll be the second on Sagapolo in a span of about 4 seconds. And it's her second overall. Third team foul, and Lyman at the line. 2 for 2 from the line tonight.
They set a screen, they fall down. We don't always run through screens. We're not that physical.
Lyman hits the first free throw. She now has 13. Chris Mowat talking to the official. As Lyman hits them both. She has 14 in the ball game. And it's 46-35. Saints back up by 11 with 2 minutes to play here in the half, or in the third quarter. And Taylor Salonen picks off the pass. Salonen across midcourt, gets it to Lyman. Being directed by Coach Sayers to dribble to the top of the key. She does. Leaves it there for Salonen. Now right side, Dean. Handoff Denny. And McCormick runs right through Hannah Dean. And that's another foul on Northern. And that'll be McCormick's second. Fourth team foul. As Naomi Terry in for the Skylights. And Lily Hildebrand, a 5'10 junior from Oroville, Washington. Transfer out of Everett Community College. Saints up 46-35. Lyman takes the inbound, spins and reverses up to the top of the key and leaves it onto the block. Right side for Dean, into the lane. Kicks it out. Denny fakes the three. Gets around her defender. Dumped it off to Dean, who misses a wide open jumper from 10 feet. Olsen with the offensive rebound. Out to Denny. A corner three is well short. And then Dean with a rebound. So Dean picks up the foul, her first. Third team foul on the Saints here in the quarter. As we come up on 70 seconds to play in the third. 46-35, Saints in the lead. Terry working against Lyman. And Lyman, oh! That looked pretty clean from here, but Lyman's called for the foul. That's her third. I thought she reached in and got a clean steal, but the official saw it the other way. Pasta in, Jaden Lyman out. So Lyman out with the 14 points, 3 rebounds, but 3 fouls. 64 seconds to go in the quarter. Sagapalu takes the inbound, leaves it for Lamborn. 46-35 Saints. Dean comes up and forces a double team, knocks it out of bounds. Stays with Northern, 53.4 remaining in the quarter. Terry inbound to Lamborn. Now Bow over to the right side, Filius. Now Lamborn near side. Right side, Filius. Stop, top of the key, passes near side to Lamborn. 3 on the shot clock. Sagapolo fires, misses. Out of bounds, shot clock violation anyway. #21st turnover for the Skylights. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. 3-second differential shot clock to game clock. Saints by 11, 46-35. Looking to increase before the fourth quarter starts as Michaela Olsen drives. She'll get around to screen. She'll fire and she'll hit. And it's 48-35 Saints. Olsen hit from 15, and now Filius up on top. Lamborn, 6 seconds to go in the quarter. Comes near side, Filius. Double teamed, 3 seconds. Good defense by Pasta. And Northern's not going to get a shot off. End of 3 in Helena. It's the 13th ranked Saints 48, the Skylights 35. Back with the final 10 minutes in 1 minute. This is Carroll College basketball on ESPN Radio. (48-35), Carroll College leading by 13, a baker's dozen as we head to the fourth quarter. The Capital girls, or Capital boys, got a big win over Missoula Big Sky today, 47-40. So we're still waiting on that Capital girls score. The Helena High boys lost big. The Helena High girls won big over Hellgate. Hannah Dean on the right block. Couple of spins. And a 3-second violation is going to get called. Good defense by Saga Paulo. So that's the 8th turnover by the Saints women, who are shooting 42% from the field, 19 out of 45. Northern, 11 of 24, 45.8%. Lamborn, near side now, Filius on the wing. She'll dribble up on top and leave it for Lamborn. He'll penetrate, dump it off to Hildebrand, who throws it out of bounds off of Terry. It'll be Saints basketball. 9:23 to go in regulation. Saints up 48-35 here. In Dillon, just underway in the fourth quarter. Western leading LC State 53-46. Salonen, top of the key for Carroll. Over to the left side for Denny, who dumps it off to Dean, who spins, puts it up. Fall away from 10 feet is good. And the Saints have the largest lead now, 50-35. Lamborn crosses the midcourt line here in the PE Center and dribbles down to the far right wing. Fires the pass inside Sagapalo. Blocked by Dean, gets it back, puts it up. A lot of contact, and a blocking foul is going to get called on Hannah Dean. That'll be her second, team foul number 1. Sagapula at the free throw line. Just 59.5% on the year, hits the first. Gillum back in for the Skylights. Dowdy returns for the Saints. 50-36 Carroll. Second one is up, no good. Rebound, Taylor Salonen. She'll leave it for Christine Denny, who will cross half court, dribble down the left wing. Leave it up on top for Michaela Dowdy. Leave it on the right side now, Michaela Olsen. Stops from 15 and pops it in. Olsen with a couple of nifty jumpers here in the second half, and the Saints are up 16, 52-36. Saints looking to avenge earlier loss back on December 2nd at Northern. Of course, that was a much different Northern basketball team. Sagapalo dumps off to Gillum. Jump ball's called. It'll stay with Northern. 10 on the shot clock, 8:09 to play in regulation. Inbound, Sagapalo gets it up to Filius, and now Lamborn top of this circle. 5 on the shot clock. Lamborn backs all the way up to near midcourt, now dribbles down to the wing, now dribbles baseline, and she didn't get the shot off. A third shot clock violation, second here in the half on Northern. Jaden Lyman back in with 7:58 to go. One of the officials over to the scores table trying to figure something out, and we're good to go. 7:58 to go on the Bud Light scoreboard. Saints up 52-36. And thanks to Bob Varoulis, who just texted, the Capital girls 70-34 winners over Big Sky. Thank you, Bob. Entry pass inside to Denny, tipped out to Salonen, free throw line. Hands off Olsen. And out to Denny now. 8 on the shot clock. Denny, Olsen fakes the 3. Fires just inside the three-point line, no good. Long rebound comes out to Naomi Terry. 7:25 to go. Carroll up 52-36. Saints looking to stay atop the frontier. Northern looking to snap a 9-game losing streak, and a nice feed in the lane to Gillum. Makes it 52-38. Gillum now with 11 as Lyman from 12. It's good. Jaden Lyman, career high 16. 54-38. Lyman 6 out of 10 from the field tonight, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, and has a career high now, 16. Near corner, Naomi Terry will fire a three. It's short. Salonen with the rebound. Outlet Lyman. Lyman quickly down the floor. Leaves it out on the wing to Denny. And now Salonen, she'll fire a three. Banked one earlier. This one's nothing but net. And the Saints are up 19. 57-38. Salonen with her second triple of the ball game. 6:15 to go. Lamborn hand off to Filius. Up on top. Couple of dribbles with the left hand. Pass to Lamborn on the near wing. Three is in and out. Rebound being knocked around. Terry's going to track it down for the Skylights. And a new shot clock up to Filius. Nice ball fake. Gets it to Sagapalo, who puts it up in the lane. No good. And Salonen with another rebound. Her sixth. To go along with the 10 points she has. Saints up 19. 5:45 to go. It's 57-38. So the Capital boys and girls both victorious. Helena High girls with a win. Helena High boys fall. And a foul on Terry, reaching in on Olsen. Olsen has 6 points in the ball game. Terry picks up her first foul. First foul of the quarter as Wagner, Johnson, and Harrington in for the Saints. McCormick back in for the Skylights. You'll see McCormick in the spring, rodeoing, and all summer. College rodeo kicks off its spring season in April at the MSU Spring Rodeo. Harrington for three, well off the mark. McCormick with the rebound. She has 5 rebounds in the ball game. Lamborn stops out on the wing. Far side, dribbles now up on top with the left hand. Passes down on the block. Her entry pass to Sagapalo, knocked away by Salonen, but a foul called on the reach around on Salonen. That's her first, second team foul with 5:12 to go. 6.5 to play in Dillon. Western leading LC State 55-49. Inbound to Filius. Up on top. And Lyman knocks it loose, and Lyman with another steal. Lyman's got a 2-on-1. She'll take it herself, and she'll miss the layup. And then Johnson's called for the foul on the rebound. That's her first, third team foul. 5:01 to go. Northern basketball. Filius top of the key, free throw line. Sagapalo back out. Filius, a three is on the way. In and out, rebound. Sagapalo pulls it down and puts it up and in. 57-40. Una Harrington over the left side for Taylor Salonen. She'll come back to the right, up on top for Lyman. Passes left side, Harrington. Handoff on the wing, Wagner. 4:25 to go. Now Brittany Johnson, entry pass inside to Salonen, who dribbles it off of her foot out of bounds. 9th turnover for the Saints as Curl returns. For the Skylights, Dean back in for the Saints, and we get a timeout on the floor. 4 minutes, 21 seconds to play in Helena. It's the Saints 57, the Skylights 40. Back in a minute. This is Carroll College basketball on ESPN Radio. 57-40. 4:21 to go. Carroll College has not trailed in this ball game. Northern looking to avoid a 10th straight defeat on the season. Carroll shooting well, 44%. Northern up down to 42%. Skylights basketball. Lamborn inside to Gillum, knocked away. McCormick picks it up on the wing and then knocked to the ground by Una Harrington. 4:02 remaining. That's her second. Team foul number 4. Saints have been whistled for 18 fouls today. Northern 9. Curl, baseline out to McCormick for 3. It's good! 57-43, 3:45 to go. Baseline. Harrington tries to reverse, no good. Gillum with a rebound, outlet to McCormick. Over now to Lamborn. With 3.5 to play. Skylights down 14. Phileas fakes the 3. And then Lyman with the steal. Lyman against Lamborn in the lane. The layup is good. Lyman with 18. 59-43. 3:15 left. McCormick. Elbow to Curl, who has it knocked away. Wagner baseline. And a jump ball called. It'll be Saints basketball. Dowdy and Olsen return for the Saints. Sagapolo back in for the Skylights. Carroll College in the lead with 3 minutes to go. 59-43. Lyman angles left side, leaves it for Olsen on the wing. Now Dean, she'll drive and draw the foul on Sagapolo, who rushes over and lends out the helping hand to help Dean up off the floor. Sagapolo's third. Second team foul, and Hannah Dean to the free throw line. 10 points, 4 rebounds in the ball game. Dean, first free throw is up and good. 71% on the year, is 1 for 1 in the ball game. Second one is up and also good, and it's 61-43. 2:45 left here in Helena. Saints and Lights men to follow. That promises to be a great one. Lamborn in the near corner, double teamed. Almost stolen away. Gillum throws it away. And it's a turnover, the 26th. And let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Carroll College basketball on ESPN Radio. (61-43), Carroll in the lead, 2:25 remaining. Harrington gets it off to Wagner. Back over to left side. Harrington, she'll dribble up on top and pass to Lyman. Lyman with a career high tonight, 18 points. Taylor Salonen, tough shot over Gillum, puts it up and in. The Saints lead by 20 now, 63-43. Lamborn, right side McCormick. Back to the left side of Lamborn. Gets it to Phileas. She'll try another 3. It's too strong. Rebound. Wagner comes down with it. Somehow kept her dribble and didn't fall down. Outlet to Lyman. Lyman pushes it all the way to the rack. No good. Rebound by Phileas. And then Olsen. That's off McCormick, out of bounds. Lyman had a one-on-one. It was being told by Coach Sayers to push it, trying for a 20th point, but a career high for Jaden Lyman as she exits tonight with a $1:37 to go. Saints up 63-43. Northern's going to come with full court press as Peyton Kerr in. Saints have Olsen, Denny, Salonen, Harrington, and Wagner on the floor, leading by 20. 85 seconds left. Denny free throw line, leaves it off for Wagner, left side. She'll dribble baseline. She'll put it up with the right hand and in, and it's a 22-point lead. 65-43 with 75 seconds left. And a timeout just to substitute for Chris Mowat. As Naomi Terry in for Brandy Lamborn. Lamborn played very well tonight. It's not going to show it on the official stats. But her senior leadership as Olsen over trying to get a Band-Aid put on. Saints took control of this one early. Northern has played very well, but 27 turnovers have led to 27 Carroll points tonight. And Carroll's just turned it over 9 times. But the Saints are going to move to 9-3 in the Frontier and avenge an earlier loss, and Denny comes up with the steal. Just under a minute to go now. Saints up 65-43. But for the second straight game, the Saints have forced turnovers and been capitalistic on them. And Una Harrington cutting through the lane makes it 67-43. 40 seconds left. Sagapolo got position, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Una Harrington. 35 seconds to go. 5-second differential, shot clock to game clock. But the Saints are going to move to 9-3 now on the year in Frontier play. Olsen with 10 on the shot clock. Across the way to Wagner on the far wing. Now Denny up on top, dumps it inside to Salonen, who turns and fires in and out. 7 seconds left. Terry fires a 3 at the buzzer, it's good. But that makes it a 21-point loss for Northern. 67-46, Carroll victorious tonight and moves to 9-3 in the Frontier. Northern falls for a 10th straight game. They're now 1-11 in the Frontier and 9-14 overall. And the season of tough losses continues for the Skylights, who shot the ball well. When they didn't turn it over, played very well and very efficient on the offensive end. But 28 turnovers led to 29 Carroll College points, and the Saints get the 67-46 victory. We'll take a break. We'll come back with a postgame show in a moment. This is Carroll College basketball on ESPN Radio.
I'm almost ready to go on, so.